Hello chaps, John with you. Who else? Anyway lads, it's time for the new project. Yes, it's the TAMIYA's Panzerkampfwagen 38T Ausf E or F. Which am I going to do? I don't know yet. It'll actually probably more than likely be the E one, because it's got the whole machine gun and I like the whole machine gun. Why leave it out? Why leave it out? So anyway lads, it's time to get started, and might as well get started. So we go down to the bench and get started. See you there. Okay guys, so we're down at the bench, and like everything else, we start. And you have to start with the instructions, because you have to know what you're doing. Yes, you have to know what you're doing. And I always like to follow the instructions. A lot of people don't, but I do. Now I don't follow them literally step by step. I actually, very good tip is to actually read through the instructions first, which I've already done. And there are certain times, depending on how you're going to paint it, depending on whether you want things to work or not, and then you got to kind of think forward. You know, if there's side skirts on that, right? Obviously, you're not going to bring the top to the bottom, because how are you going to get the tracks in? Okay, so you wouldn't really follow the instructions for the build of that part of it. You build your, well, with me, what I do is I build my bottom section, do my tracks, get the whole bottom section painted, get my tracks painted, then bring the top to the bottom, add on my side skirts and mask off the whole bottom section, and then I can work away then on the top with the bottom section sort of already done and painted, you know, with base colours anyway, painted, so then you can move on. So then you don't have to worry about trying to get the tracks in and things like that afterwards. Nothing to worry about this one, so we can kind of crack ahead. So anyway, like everything else, we start with step one. Okay, so we can fold our booklet over, and in step one, right there, we get a nice close look at step one. We got to get the parts off, right? So we've got to take our parts off the sprue first, and as we can see, that nearly all of them, bar this one piece here, okay, it's on the P sprue, but all those parts are on the C sprue. So if we get out the C sprue, ta-da, C sprue, we get our little cutters, and we will continue and start taking the part pieces off. Now, when I'm taking the pieces off, I never really sort of go right up to the piece. I always leave just a little bit on the edges. Okay, see that? Now, usually with TAMIYA kits, you can go right up to the edges with them, right? There we go. Usually with TAMIYA kits, you can go right up to the edges of them, but I find that if the sprue gates are just a little bit too wide, you can end up pinching something, and you can end up taking a little bit too much off. So I like to, shall we say, I like to kind of cut out a little bit, remove the pieces afterwards, you know, shave it all down, get everything nice and ready, then nice and clean for continuing on. So I'm going to get all the pieces off, and then we'll see what we got to do. Now, so here we go. As if by magic, all the pieces now have been removed from the sprue and cleaned off. Okay, in other words, just what I did was I cleaned off all the sprue gate markings, thingy-majiggies, and give them a rub of the sandy stick, making sure everything was nice and clean. And it is, and I'm quite happy with that, right? So start off anyway, we're going to stick in the this support piece. So I give it a quick dry fit, see how it fits. Will I need to take off anything else? No, nothing required there. So bit of the TAMIYA extra thin, a little bit at the bottom of each of those little holes will do. And pop in our piece. Okay, nice little supporting piece there. Okay, so these are left and right. Okay, now we do have our piece with the P. Okay, now it shows here, if we can see our drawing, it shows that there's a little sticky outy piece goes to the top, little sticky outy piece up to the top, and that pops in there like that. Now, what's that going to show on the other side? I don't really know. Don't see the point of it, but whatever. It's in anyway. Let's pop it in and a little bit of glue just to keep that in place. And of course I'm calling it glue, and we all know it's not actually glue. It's some form of acid that sticks everything nicely together. Okay. Melts the plastic together, simple as that. Alright, so we can dry fit those pieces in. A little bit of our TAMIYA extra thin down along the seam. Usually after gluing, I just kind of hold it in place just for a couple of seconds, making sure that everything is nicely fitted in place. And quick check of the outside of that. Yep, that'd be enough with all of that. I can even stick another little bit of glue along here where they join up. Okay. Seems to be an absolutely beautiful fit. Really, really nice. So, I'm going to continue on with them and we get step 1 done. And there we go. That's step 1 done. And I must say, a beautiful fit. Look at that. Everything is pretty damn solid. Very, very nice indeed. Oh, I sort of cleaned up my sanding a little bit better there. Over your fingernail, that usually gets rid of all that extra little white stuff. Don't worry about it too much, I never do, but just not nice for the filming anyway. But everything there, absolutely beautiful fit. Okay, little front panel there, and look at it from the bottom. So there's our tub, basically made. Okay, so now we go on to step 2, and step 2 we're putting on our main top, our front deck, and a little piece there at the back. Okay, and step 3 we're fitting these pieces here. So we'll get them done, we'll come back and like I said, we'll have a quick look at that. Okay, so step 2 and step 3, but not the PE piece, not just yet. We'll have it all ready to go, but we'll get there. Okay then, so there we go. There's all those pieces in, and I must say, I really must say, especially at this point in time, the fit on this kit, it not only is it good, it's absolutely sublime. Really, just freaking perfect, unbelievably good. You could nearly put it together without glue. I'd probably fall apart, but you know what I mean? It's just perfect. Everything just falls together. You can literally, as they said, shake and frickin' bake, is the old saying for TAMIYA kits. And with this one, it's definitely, you can see why. You could put all the parts in the bag, shake the bag, and everything will kind of come together. Beautiful fit, lovely indicators as to where pieces go. A nice little kind of a shelf in underneath there where this piece just fits on. So you glue the shelf, this piece fits onto it. Same idea here at the back. The back there fits on beautifully. It's just absolutely perfect. It really, really is. So now we've got a bit of PE to do. Okay. Now I must admit, when I got back into modelling there a couple of years ago, PE was a whole new thing to me. And to be quite honest with you, it freaking terrified me. It really, really did. So I can see why a lot of people are kind of scared of PE and stay away from kits with PE. And I did myself for a while. I'm still not super at PE. I don't have a PE bender or anything like that. But I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm not afraid of it anymore. Okay, so here we go. There's our little piece of PE. Now if we zoom down, right, doop, 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 doop. Right, there we go. Okay, you will see that the PE is held onto its fret by two pieces. Okay, see the two little marks there, right? We've got them here and here. Best way to remove PE is to get a hobby knife, right? Go up as close to the piece as you can and pop. It literally will just pop off for you. Here, little pop in there, right? So what you end up then with is your PE piece. Okay. Now, as you can see, because I'm really up close here. And forget about my dirty fingernails. Mind your own business regarding them. As you can see, it leaves a little bit, but an ordinary sander, okay, an ordinary sander will clean them. Now hold your piece close enough down to the bottom, okay. I give it a rub of the rough side first and then the smoother side just to kind of clean it all up. And there we go, there's our piece nicely cleaned off. Okay. Now, I can bring the camera back just a little bit again now. So now we're going to fit this piece. Okay. So first of all we figure out which way it's going to go. It's going to go that way and it's going to go just there. So dry fit it in place. That's how we're going to fit it. Okay. Have it nicely set in place. Now, I'm sure a number of you have seen these little items, right? You pick them up in a makeup store or wherever. Okay. It's a kind of a waxy, pencil-y type thing. Okay. Now, I've been sort of let this one kind of go astray a bit, so I've got to give it a little bit of a quick sharpening. Kind of clean it off a bit. Clean it off a bit. It's getting a bit soiled. That's what I get from using it for lots of other things. Okay. So clean it off a little bit, like that. And what you can do is, that'll pick up your PE for you when it comes to gluing it. Another little hint is get a little bit of bamboo skewer, right, and stick a sewing needle into it. Right, what I mean by sewing needle is see the little eye, right? Oh, it's just a bit of a bamboo skewer, you know, bamboo skewers, right? I'm just looking for the rest of it. There we go, there's the rest of it. You know, pointy stick, bamboo skewer, and stick your needle into it. And why are you doing that is get a piece of plastic or cover of something, pop on your little bit of super glue. In this case I'm using Loctite super glue. Okay, and when you dip in the eye of the needle, picks up a little drop of super glue, and it's very easy then to place it on to where you want to drop your PE. And it is absolutely brilliant for applying your super glue where you need it. And if you get super glue in between things like that, which where you don't want them, you can move it very easy. Okay, so now we get our PE picker upper. now we get our PE picker upper. Pop that into place. Straighten it all up. Push it down. Use your fingernail then to kind of push it down into place. And that fitted absolutely perfect. But if you find out that you're not actually getting into every little place, you can use your super glue picker upper again and put a drop on. No, I didn't really need that, but I just put it on anyway. Okay. So now we've got our PE done and everything else, so we don't have to worry about our super glue anymore. And there's a handy little tool you do just after making for applying super glue. Great little tip, great little yoke, absolutely fabulous. So you can thank me later for that one. Okay, so now we're on to step 4, where we're fitting our suspension arms. Okay, and these covers here onto the where the drive sprockets would go. Okay, so our suspension arms, there's 4 of them there. They all seem to be identical. Okay, actually, yeah, they are. They're all identical. A3 and A4 and all this kind of stuff, right? You got 2 pieces of A4 and 1 piece A3. A3 is the piece there with the leaf springs. Okay. So we put the leaf springs on first, and then we can pop these onto the 2 little yoke bobs and bringing that down then onto the little cradles that are on it. So I'll get the 4 then fitted and those 2 fitted. We come back then, have a quick look at them then. Okay, so there we go. Just in case you didn't see what I was talking about, these are the 2 pieces for the where the drive sprocket goes. These are the leaf springs, and these are our suspension arms. Okay, so I get them done, come back. Now that's step 4 done. Okay, and there we go. They are absolutely gorgeous. They really, really are. The fit in them was absolutely beautiful. Now I praised the fit on the Atelieri the Marder, the Atelieri Marder. I praised the fit on that, and I praised the fit with the Academy Hetzer, and it's basically the same, you know, suspension, because obviously the chassis were basically the same of the Panzer 38T, but this is absolutely beautiful. It's much nicer and neater. It goes together like freaking Lego. It really does. And it was one of my subscribers that said that on the unboxing. He said, "Beautiful kit, goes together like Lego. You'll enjoy this kit," and believe me, I am. Look at that. That is absolutely perfect. It really is. You know, that whole block of piece. It took no time at all. Very little cleanup when it comes to you know, cleaning off seam lines and things like that. Very few seam lines, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Really nice. So let's continue on anyway. And now we're on to the wheels. Yes, the wheels. These things usually take ages with German armour, but in this case it shouldn't take too long, because we just have two drive sprockets, one either side, 2 return rollers, or idler wheels, again, one either side, and only 4 road wheels with 2 return rollers at the top. So they should go together. They should not take too long at all. Okay, so we'll get the wheels done, we'll get the drive sprockets made up, we'll get the wheels done up. Okay, we'll get everything nicely fitted. And the great thing about it is, again, like I said, with the drive sprockets, they're on they've got the little poly caps in them. Okay, so they can be turned around and twisted. Okay, you can twist it, so therefore it'll fit in nicely in around the grooves and the holes and the slots or whatever you want to call them on the track. So there should be no problems there. So I'm going to get them all fitted, and then we'll be on to the tracks. So I get them fitted, and we'll finish up this video then with the wheels done. I'm not going to glue the wheels into place because I'm going to glue the return rollers all right, but I want to get them painted separately, so it's easier to paint. Actually no, with this it doesn't really matter actually with this, because you can actually get in around it. Yeah, I'm going to glue them into place. I'll glue them in. I've made a decision. I'm going to glue them into place. So we'll get the wheels all nicely fitted. We'll come back, we'll have a look at that, okay, before we wrap up this one. So, see you in a sec. Now, there we go, with step 5 and step 6 finished. And I'm going to finish this video at that, okay. So, there we go, there's the wheels on, right, absolutely perfectly level, and if you look at the alignment there, it is absolutely perfect. It really, really is. Those wheels, it's just, you can't go wrong with them. I'm really 100% serious in that. No matter how sort of new you are to modelling, if you picked up this kit and never built a model before, you definitely build this, no problem. Well, you get this far anyway, that's all I can say. You definitely get this far. Can't speak for any further because I haven't built any further yet, but so far this is absolutely beautiful. It really, really is. Everything is just sublime. That's a nice way to put it. Absolutely sublime. Beautiful, beautiful fit. It's like Lego. Okay, so that's it for build update number 1. So join me now for build update number 2, where we'll be getting the tracks done and a few more bits and pieces. Okay, I won't be fitting them on for a while because I want to get the tracks all sorted and stuff. Okay, but we'll discuss that in the next video. So, like I said, that's it for this video. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, I really, really do. And hit the bell, and by hitting the bell you'll be notified as soon as I upload another video. Okay, so you'll know straight away when part 2 comes up. So all that's left to say is stay safe out there. This pandemic thing is still going on. Make sure you do all this social distancing and all that kind of thing. Be nice to one another, because times are hard and it's nice to be nice. Costs nothing to be nice, as my grandmother used to say. And but what's most important of all, okay, especially times like this where we're all in lockdown and all that kind of stuff, okay, most important, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. And I will see you all on the next video. Take care, see you soon.